So here we have, I'm going to probably not even say it right, Shenanigans, friend of the show, having a digital piece, I'll emphasize digital piece, showing the Honest Abe and the Silly Six. So the Silly Six, of course, being the 6 school board directors that are right-leaning, if I'm going to be nice. And this is Abe Lukaba, who is the sitting superintendent for Central Bucks. And for those who can't see it, the caption has him saying, "Guys, come on, show some humanity. I just want to restore what's been eroded. Swear to God." And he has his fingers crossed. There are piles of money that are being burned, a $1 million discrimination lawsuit, which actually the discrimination lawsuit's more than that. But the the discrimination lawsuit is going to be paying out more than $1 million. The legal fees are $1 million. $250,000 PR firm, gender pay lawsuit, and then there's books being burned, critical thinking, inclusivity, diversity, integrity, reality, biology, trust, statistics, research, etc. This is then being latched onto by the far right folks on Twitter for pretty much no reason, but this is one of the folks that tweeted this out and says, Doylestown Democrat and sitting Central Bucks School Board Director Tabitha Delangelo, her husband Steve Sullivan, and they're linking to where she teaches, and failed CBSD board candidate Diana Lagerman and ousted former CBSD board member Tracy Suits paid money for this cartoon mocking her fellow Central Bucks School Board directors and the superintendent, while also mocking Christianity during the most holy week for Christians worldwide. CBSD schools will do better without Tabitha on the board. I don't even know what that last word is, but then she's tagging all these other right-wing nut jobs, and, like Jack Posobiec and Bucks GOP, of course. But this is showing payments to support an artist that had nothing to do with this digital painting, because what they're doing is, and I will show it here, donating to an artist. And if you see, it says 5 pints of paint. This is not at all connected to a campaign. This is not at all connected to any candidate. This is, and again, I will emphasize, weaponized nationalism against the freedom of speech of an artist, of a local resident that lives within a certain jurisdiction that has a right to say whatever they want, that gives a crap about the schools. And there is nothing wrong with an artist making political statements. So I'm not going to name names because there's a certain somebody who's a little litigious who is supposedly alleging that there are campaign finance laws being broken. Of course, ignoring the campaign finance laws that CBSD 411 are breaking by having those signs out there. But again, if you don't have the paid for signs on a yard sign that is political, then it's considered litter. He is alleging that campaign finance laws are being broken and has no evidence of such. And if you think about it, let's just take a step back, okay? Let's disconnect it from today and let's go back to the year 2000. There's this band, you may have heard of them, called Rage Against the Machine. And they make songs, aka art. And people pay for them. People used to pay for music. Yeah, believe it or not. And When you pay for an album or when you pay for a concert, you are not contributing to a campaign that supports a specific campaign or a political ideology or any of these things, right? You're paying an artist to make art, to listen to their music, to view their painting, to look at their sculpture, which they don't like sculptures of Michelangelo's sculptures anymore. They don't like art. They don't like painting. They don't like anything that could be implied nudity. They don't like books. So they're going after a digital painting. But if you went and paid for Rage Against the Machine's album, were you breaking campaign finance laws against George W. Bush? Were you breaking campaign finance laws in 1996 by listening to Bulls on Parade and downloading you buying that album, Evil Empire? And, this is really a donation against Bill Clinton, and we have to get... No, you're not. I don't know how people are this dull. Art is art. If it's commissioned or painted for or done for a campaign, this is not. If it was, then it could be said paid for by this. Even these alleged, which are bullshit, are being alleged against people that aren't running for office. So if I paid for a painting of me, which again they didn't do, but even if I did, if I'm not campaigning, if I'm not running for something, if I'm not using it for campaign materials, which they're not, there's no disclaimer needed. There is no campaign finance reports needed. There is no reporting of those things needed, because that is called free market capitalism. And it is called the First Amendment to the Constitution, freedom of speech. And these folks hate it. That is why, this is ludicrous. Ludicrous. And here we have this, and I'll preface it. You guys have to be 16 years old or older to enter this website because it is so insightful. It is so insightful. CBSD 411, just the facts. Now, again, let's read this platform, and then I want to tell you something. CBSD 411 is a platform dedicated to showcasing the remarkable achievements made by the Central Bucks School District. Okay. CBSD is the third largest school district, ranked 17th in Pennsylvania. Our three amazing high schools are ranked in the top 5% in the nation. For the above reasons, families are drawn to Central Bucks School District and expect CBSD to maintain high academic standards, which have come from decades of conservative leadership. That last part is bullshit. Our platform aims to dispel misinformation, negative headlines, and focus on just the facts. The school board has worked tirelessly to recover from the COVID-19 pandemic and return to normalcy. The administration is focused on learning loss and helping CBSD lead the way forward in academic excellence. And here you go. This is, as you can see, the president of the school board, Dana Hunter, and fellow directors have updated two policies. So they're talking in support of the school board directors. And when they say every single child, they're talking about the education of all students. They actually don't give a damn about the LGBTQ plus students. They actually don't care about people with disabilities that need slight alterations, that need help in the school. Now, I went to CB West. I went to Tohickon Middle School. And I went to Groveland Elementary School. So I actually went to the schools here. So why do I say that conservative leadership... Also, you can, if you guys want to see, you guys can sign up and leave, messages and fill out their petition here to remove sexually explicit materials from our schools. Now, again, that's not in schools. They are talking about any sort of implied nudity in any sort of book that may or may not exist. And even if there isn't really it in there, we're going to challenge it anyway. So that's where their book banning policy comes from. I just want to point out one thing before we go. I went to the schools. I went there in 2007 through 2014. There were pride flags. There were different countries' flags. There was symbology. There were, in social studies, all different types of historical figures. I read about things that would not be allowed based on the book banning policy. And not because it was nudity, but for violence, for all these different things. But it was part of the curriculum because it was necessary and it is vital. It is to understand the history of our world. Specifically, what comes to mind is King Leopold's Ghost, which, if any of these people actually read, would probably be up in a tizzy about that. Maybe not, because it's not about the LGBT. It's not written by an LGBT artist or a author, because that's what they care about. Now, I was in the schools when they had all of this stuff. But, Connor, isn't that wokeism? Isn't that what they're fighting against? Isn't that like eroding the brains of our children or making it hard to learn or distracting or whatever? Oh, wait, no, it's not? You're telling me that even with all of those things in your school, making it more accepting for gay and trans individuals, which, by the way, it still wasn't, but it was improving. It was moving towards that. We had, Gay Straight Alliance. We had all these things, which I, in retrospect, wish I would did more to support, because if this was what I knew was coming, then, we're playing catch up now. Being that I was in choir, being that I took classes that put me in cohorts and classes with people that I may not have otherwise had contact with as a football player, opens your eyes. It says, okay, this person actually has a better experience in this school because they feel welcome because there's this club or because there's this extracurricular activity. And these folks, I'm putting it nicely again, don't want to provide that support. They think that it's political. It somehow wasn't political in 2013 and 2014 when I was there. Which, I will remind you, predates the legalization of gay marriage. When I was in high school, that's right when that decision came out. I'll tell you, when I was in college at Penn State, which, by the way, going to Central Bucks made it a lot easier for me to get into a school like Penn State, and frankly, to go to Penn now. But when I was at Penn State, that's when the bathroom ban started to happen. And we didn't have an issue in Central Bucks because there is no issue. There is no woke ideology coming to get your kids. There is no wokeism coming to indoctrinate. It is about support. It is about providing resources. And it is about building a community that is welcoming and not divisive. They don't want us to express our First Amendment right. They don't want us all to unify because they're afraid they're going to lose something. And to actually go back on that tweet, the allegation, and this kind of hints at what I'm talking about with the victimhood, the allegation of going after Christians in that picture is blatantly false. There is nothing true about that, because guess what? Wielding religion as a weapon is much different than believing in a religion or practicing a religion. Being a Christian nationalist is a lot different than believing in the teachings of Jesus Christ. There are vastly different things. And to say that there is no separation of church and state is not to diminish or to hate or to otherize Christianity. That is an important note. The First Amendment allows freedom of and from religion. And in our public schools, which I guess maybe these folks don't want, these schools should be secular, the same way that our government should be secular. There is no established religion in America because the founding fathers were fleeing persecution of the religious style. Now, of course, there's a whole rabbit hole to go down there, and we don't have to go down that today. Maybe another time. But for today, that is all I have for you.